Yeah, hey, ask my mother, man, I'm good like rainwater. Hold up, they showed up, but we came harder. Ain't nothing on the table, then you can't barter. Known to hustle till I bubble like cane water. You a sinner or a trained martyr? By a message, boy, it's evident that we ain't got the same father. I'm bold in the faith, mobbed out. If it ain't that way, I ain't tripping what you talking about.
So I was talking to my brother earlier, and I was telling him, he was just talking about stuff going on in life, and I told him I was sick of feeling like it's a busted sewer pipe instead of open window of heaven. And he basically told me it sounds like every saint in the Bible. He said one was even crucified for it. One watched the world drown. One was stoned to death. I was like, don't forget, they were put on spikes and burned alive, drugged behind horses. Another was thrown in a vat of boiling oil, sawn in half. Made me think, not only who are we, that the Lord would be mindful of us, but who are we to complain about hard times? Who are we to complain that things maybe didn't go our way? Who are we to complain about something that we ain't feeling, we ain't happy about? Like my new position has not been the most enjoyable. Gone more than I get paid for. Home less, way less than I'd like to be. But we were talking, the vet that the dog's at. She was there all day Thursday night. Left today to go the other side of the state to be over there doing stuff until sometime on Monday before she came back and got like an evening at home with her family and little kids and the whole nine before she had to be back at work. My job ain't that bad. And there was somebody else we was talking about, and it was all messed up. It really ain't that bad. Who are we to complain? If the Lord places us in a situation, it's not because He dislikes us. It's because He loves us and He wants the best for us. So if He puts us in a situation, if He lets the water get kind of hot, if He lets the fire touch us a little bit, it's because He's trying to refine us. He's trying to get some of that junk out of our lives. He's trying to get some of them issues that we subscribe to. He's trying to clean up that subscription list. He's trying to get rid of that stuff so we ain't got to deal with it no more. It's up to us whether or not we look at it as refinement or we look at it as punishment. It's up to us whether or not we focus on the negative aspects instead of the positive things. Because when you think about it, there's countries right now on this planet that I could be killed for having this. There's countries on this planet right now that would imprison me for life for having that. There's individuals right now being beaten for the possession of that. Like my brother said, he don't see no cuts and scratches and bruises on me. If the call on my life is that in which it seems to be, then I'm making it off pretty easy right now. pretty unscathed in the big picture. So who am I to be in a funk because some ain't how I like it? Who am I to be in a funk and have a bad attitude towards the Lord because of his positioning of me for his glory? Who am I to think that my comfort is more important than his kingdom? Who am I to think that what I want is more important than what he's set apart and set aside for me to have? My portion. Are we gonna be willing to have a different perspective and a different outlook on things when we take into account the God that created everything also cares enough about me to know how much of this is on my head? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna flip this around right here. I just got on my road, and how can I complain when the Lord has blessed my family with the ability to raise our children somewhere where it's fresh air? Where there ain't a bunch of pollution, where there ain't a bunch of trash, where there ain't a bunch of drug abuse and everything else. How am I going to complain when the truck he blessed me with, almost 110,000 miles later, still runs like a top? It's still been a blessing. How am I to complain when my wife's Jeep is no issues? How am I supposed to complain when that's my yard right there? Who am I to complain that things are rough when this is the land that the Lord has blessed me to live in? When he blessed me and my family with a house, when he blessed us with this, who am I to complain? Who am I to question God's decisions? Who am I to question God's sovereignty? Who am I to question what God has and what he desires and what he asks of me? Who am I to say, man, God, that's kind of a lot to ask of me? Who am I to do that? Who am I that you will be mindful of me, God? Who are you that you could question the Lord even when things are bad? We had one dog we had to take to the vet, and it was a few $100. We got another dog that's actually literally hospitalized at the vet right now. That's over a few $100. But if he's going to provide a way, if he's going to provide what's necessary, if he's going to provide what's needed, who am I to complain? Who am I? Because at the end of the day, every time I walk onto my front porch right there, every time I walk out, who am I to complain? Who am I that the Lord would be mindful of me?